Hello everybody and welcome back to the Limbus Company. Alrighty, the time has come to finish our little retreat into the Backstreets. So, at the time of recording this, literally, I think an hour ago, the 2.5th anniversary has happened. Yippee! So, ton of lunacy. Be sure and log in. Be sure you grab that. Also, there is a new event. Oh, speaking of, I should probably spend my stuff here, huh? Hang on. Yeah, why not? I'll take some of those, and then I'll take 2 of these. All right, yippee! Spent all my stuff. So, okay, I was kind of wondering about that. So, I'm 90% sure that this whole thing has spoilers, but it doesn't even let us do it. So, fair enough. Fair enough indeed. So, what I'm hearing is basically I have 28 days to get through the chapter we're doing here, Honglu's chapter, and then I think one more question mark on that one. I don't know if there's any detour tales yet, but I would like to get some of the goodies from this because it seems quite good. Also, since we got a free 10 summon, may as well see what we get before we begin. Let's see, who we hoping for? One of the Heishu identities would be nice. Sync Dawn would be cool. Well, we got the Ishmael. Well, actually, that's funny. Gee, we happen to get a certain Ishmael identity. Ha! Huh. Well, isn't that ironic? Either way, time to resume where we were. By witnessing. Alright, I am mostly ready for the amount of voices that we're about to need to do. So, I realized that Honglu was missing as I was spending time chatting with the sinners. I didn't notice him going into his room. So, I walked to the exit, about to look for Honglu outside, and ran into Jia and Wei, who decided to stay in the room close to the door.
It's getting late. Where are you going without a guard?
Oh, just looking for Honglu. Ah, yes. She definitely understood.
Right. I can't understand what you're saying.
Oh, right. When it comes to conversing without the sinners, I find that there are 2 types of people. The first type usually says whatever is on their mind without pausing for or caring to hear my reply. Given that this type of person isn't actually looking to communicate with me, that simplifies things a little on my end. However, it's also oddly insulting. It seems as though they don't recognize me as a human, but rather a wall. Or a clock on a wall. And the other type is the one that reads me so well, they might as well be able to hear what I'm saying. Virgilius falls into the latter category. He recognizes the pitch of my tics and talks, reads my body language, or sometimes even claims to see my expressions, just like how Dawn does. And Gia, who saw through me with that short exchange.
Okay, let's see. Just looking to get some early morning air? Oh, Does your prosthetic head even have a respiratory function? Wouldn't have guessed from the way it looks.
Did not belong in either category. No, not really. I'm just looking for Hong Lu because I haven't seen him in a while.
You're shaking your head, so no. Then are you looking for something to eat?
Ugh, she's a new one. The type that tries to figure out what I'm saying without asking for help. My lady, would it not be wise to wake or find someone who may be able to translate?
They would have done that themselves if it were something important. I'm kind of curious, though. What was that hand gesture you made when I first asked? You, brought your index fingers up to your cheeks.
Well, Hong Lu's always smiling. So I thought maybe I could simulate his smile to convey that I'm looking for him. Perhaps it was an effort to express cuteness or beauty. Wei's voice needs to find a solid footing because I keep changing it every other sentence. Perhaps. Nope. What the heck wait, okay, hang on. I gotta figure out what he sounds like, because I've been changing it every single line that he has. Hang on, let me look at him. Let me think about how this man sounds. Perhaps. Ah, yes. Well, I don't know. This is a little bit too yes-y. Maybe something a little more akin to something. Ah, yes, actually, I think that this would do quite well. Yes, you know what? In fact, I think that we have found ourselves a voice. Albeit maybe a little calmer, maybe something along the lines of this. Aha, I think we have found it. Now, can I hold it? What? No! I was just trying to express a smiling face! Oh no, this isn't gonna be easy, is it?
Huh, they're tick-tocking a lot more vigorously. Hey, I think you're onto something.
Dante, shake your head. This is a moment to shake your head, or make a no finger wag. This conversation was starting to veer into a completely unintended territory. After a bit of trial and error. Hey, you know what though? At least she's actually trying to figure it out. Like, she's not very well, but still actually trying to communicate.
I see. You're looking for my big brother, huh?
We took some very roundabout ways, but I was eventually able to get her to understand what I was trying to say.
Well, if he's the one that you're looking for, that's easy. You should be able to find him back by the lounge. I doubt he got very far from there, if he even left. So that's what you were trying so hard to communicate.
Gia was, strangely enough, disappointed and dispirited by my reply.
I did have something to tell you too, but never mind. I feel like the mood's been ruined. Let's talk about this at another time.
I was curious, but it would also take ages for me to ask how she's feeling, so I nodded to express my gratitude before heading to the back entrance. And found Hong Lu, gazing at the hazy scene out the opaque window. What are you doing here? People watching. There were some people stumbling through the streets outside. As I stared outside the window at the scene, Hong Lu seemed to sense what I was thinking, and began. Are you worried for me, Dante? Well, yeah. It's your turn, Hong Lu. It really is. I'm back at H-Corp, and everyone's talking about the family hierarch selection. But you don't have to worry about me at all. Because I did not wish for anything from Limbus Company. Really? I'm not like Yisong. I'm not hiding my true feelings. No one gave me a wonderful promise that they would help me recover my torn and broken wings. I joined only to have some new experience. That's all. But we do know something's definitely going to happen, whatever it may be. Something that will shake you to your very core. Even if you didn't wish for anything, going through something like that could... Probably, yes. But it's okay. I'm used to being led by the will of others anyway. No matter what happens here, I can't do this like everyone else. because that's how it's always been. Whatever happens to me or those around me, I only... A loud, boisterous bellow suddenly cut off Hong Lu before he could even finish his sentence.
Oi, let go of me! Just listen to that sod talking and tell me I'm not supposed to get mad at that! Dang it, lower your voice!
What are you guys doing back there? Gregor and Heathcliff, who were most likely hiding behind the entrance door, tumbled into view.
Oh, I knew I shouldn't have come in here with this guy. Couldn't you be patient for a few more minutes before bursting out of here?
How long have you two been...
Listening? From the very start, of course. I thought he was finally making some sense at first, but what's that? That you're used to following others' will?
I didn't mean to hurt you, Heathcliff. I'm only telling the truth.
Bloody heck, I'm about to burst a vessel. Oi, Bluggy Boke, am I supposed to practice patience after listening to that drivel?
I think I'm practicing plenty of patience despite you calling me Buddy Bloke out of nowhere, so... Yeah, you are.
That's not what I...
Finally, some silence. Anyway, sorry about listening in, fellas. I'll let you in on some big secret if you let this one slide, though.
What's the secret? Gregor rubbed his arm awkwardly as I stared at him in silence, then pointed at a pillar in an exaggerated motion.
Guess who's hiding behind that pillar, Manager Bud?
Oh my god, you sold out someone else. With that, two familiar Figgles stumbled out into view from behind the pillar. How could you betray us like that, Gregor? Bah ha. Bad week and highly annoying. Good night, snooze fests, she says. Huh? Huh? Did I get that wrong? I never said GNS. Where did you get an FU? Ryoshi looked at Sinclair with some interest before slicing open the ceiling above the entrance. Huh? Oh my god. And with an uncharacteristically wet noise for something cutting through a wall, a black ink-like substance dripped onto the floor, followed by Radia and Otis crashing down after it. Well, we know what that one means. Ah, didn't realize I had garnered such an audience for my story. Executive Manager, the sole reason I followed you out here was for the purpose of protection, as I was concerned for your safety. I'm not like the others who followed you merely to sate their curiosities. Me? I was just bored. Then shall we continue the conversation, Dante? Completely unfazed.
Everyone, back to your rooms! Now!
Just like screaming. Uh-oh, we have a fixed party fight coming up. After that little kerfuffle. Dude, this looks like a nice room. I would stay here. Assuming this is a bathroom. Just as everyone was scattering to their rooms, Otis suddenly began to vehemently oppose leaving me all on my own.
Are you absolutely certain, Executive Manager?
Seriously, don't worry about it. I usually took the night watch on the bus anyway.
That is true. However, we are currently in an uncharted territory for our team. We do not have much experience sleeping at a place where our safety isn't an absolute guarantee.
Hey, we're literally right next door to them. It'll take less than 5 secs for us to come over when something happens. I like how Ishmael, it's not if, it's when.
Do you not know that every second matters in emergencies?
Now, babushka de camp. Let's get you out of here. An oddly familiar sequence of events and words played out, and they eventually left my room, gently closing the door behind them. Oh, finally, some peace and quiet. This door is wide open. That is not a closed door. I sit on the corner of the bed, surrounded by silence, and allow my shoulders to slump for once. I don't need to sleep like the sinners do, but the fatigue doesn't go away on its own. I needed some time to relax and empty my thoughts every once in a while. While I've gotten somewhat used to the pain, it still hurts like heck when I rewind the sinners' time. And the longer this journey got, the more frequent and severe the sinners' injuries became. They did get stronger, that's for sure, but so did our enemies. Which means that my clock is always turning and turning without a moment to rest. So, I think of the star. Before the great gates which I face with every revival, I witness its intricate engravings and feel its silent vibrations. Even after a whole year, I'm still no closer to understanding what they were supposed to represent, but by emptying my thoughts and just taking in the sights, I find myself calming down. Also, the wind is quite cool and crisp tonight. Wait, that's weird. Wind? What's a sudden chill? Something opened the window, but there's no way this gentle breeze could have unlatched and left my window wide open like that. And if it did, it would have made a pretty loud noise. Besides, this chill isn't coming from in front of me. I slowly turn around to look at where the window was supposed to be, only to see a melted wall and an intruder slinking through this newfound opening. Who are you? As though driven by some unknown survival instinct, I rolled off the bed. But there was already a blade right at where my neck and head met, its steel a shearing cold. Just a little nudge and I'd be dead before I could even make a tick. I remembered how worried Otis was to leave me alone. I thought she was just being paranoid. I should have trusted her judgment. Just as I was getting ready for my final struggle, my final moments filled with regret about not listening to Otis's advice. What a pathetic, thin blade. Too delicate to have the clock see I age, don't you think? Ryoshu leapt down from the ceiling and deflected the assailant's dagger away from me. Ryoshu! Snuck in thinking I was about to see something interesting. But you're just some beast with steel. I looked up to see the ceiling torn open, dripping with viscous paint-like fluid, just as I saw earlier during my conversation with Hong Lu. Executive Manager, are you unharmed? And Otis peeking out from the gap. I, Otis, was the one who instructed Ryoshu that the ceiling had a room to hide in. Remember that! Shut up and help me. Oh, and I thought this one was just some beast with steel. I could have cut this beast in half, sword and all, had I not been on the bus.
All of your abilities are diminished the moment you are hired by this company. Equally defanged and depowered, if you will.
I suddenly recalled Hohenheim's commentary back at the LCE. I had a vague notion of what he meant, but now I was really feeling it. NFW. What is happening? Just as Ryoshu was struggling to stop that one blade, the intruder pulled out another dagger with their other arm and slashed to Ryoshi's neck. A beast of a Haishu pack! The intruder would have cut her throat had Wei not burst through my door. Who wields you now? I don't suppose dialogue is an option.
Light enters not the vast garden, yet falls a star into its fathom still.
Ah! No! The intruder reached into his clothes, muttering an odd invocation. A talisman.
Wait, get it together!
My lady! Just as the intruder's muttering began to grow intense, Gia leaped into my room and struck the stranger with her fan.
Were you going to let that finish that stupid spell? You almost activated activated the Q-Corp talisman.
Apologies, my lady. It seems that I still remain somewhat bound by that spell.
Listen, you're no longer a Haishu. You serve me now, got that? You don't have to let those things control you anymore.
Yes, my lady. My apologies.
I fell limply to the bed with a sudden alleviation of stress and pressure.
Here, you... I can't understand them anyway.
I managed to stop the assassin before he laid a hand on them, fortunately.
Got it. I don't think there was anyone else in here. Let's switch the lights on.
Click.
Ooh, it's like melting. When the lights came on, we saw...
This one. This one's from a Mao branch, isn't it?
There was a black bamboo hat wearing assassin on the ground.
The walls!
The walls that appeared solid before we all went to sleep were now melting away as if they were a viscous fluid.
There is something wrong with this building.
I knew that they must have done something to the building, but...
How is a Haishu here?
This whole operation's gotta be spearheaded by someone with real power. This isn't just an ambush from an overexcited family hierarchy contestant. What I don't understand is, why the Mao branch? There are better Haishu branches to use if all they wanted was just cut off the clock's head. And they must have had a different purpose, huh?
Correct. This one is from the Mao branch of the Haishu packs, which means more of them must have infiltrated this building. Though not at the scale of the Z branch, the Mao branch always moves in groups. Therefore, their goal must be to kill every guest staying in this Kazan, including you, my lady.
Then, we gotta get moving. We can't let them surround us if we want even a chance of surviving this.
And suddenly, the door completely shatters. Dante! Sinners burst into my room, slamming the door open again.
Throw it! Thank me later. If we don't move we're as good as dead. Wait!
Yes.
We don't have the time to contact the main forces of our faction at the family mansion. You know what to do when we're at a numerical disadvantage, right?
It will be done, my lady.
Gia and Wei immediately stormed out of the room as soon as they saw the sinners enter, as though they've been waiting in here for my protection. Don and Gregor stood red-faced and on edge. Mersault was covered in battle wounds, and Otis wore an inscrutable expression.
I stand before you in shame, to have to borrow the hands of another to protect the executive manager.
No. I should have listened to what you said.
Extrapolating from the pattern by which the walls have disintegrated, it is likely that they utilize the identical means of infiltration for each sinner.
All right. Were you attacked by bamboo-hatted assailants too?
Their ranks numbered many, Manager Esquire. Yet, for how many of them there were, they were unsettlingly silent. Verily, we were almost...
Not almost. I saw on the way here that some of us did get killed. Bailed straight through the guts.
Oh, so what he said earlier about how fighting indoors was a taboo. Yes, a lie.
How... Oh! How utterly cowardly and unjust of these vile cur to strike from the shadows. Alas, now is not the time. No, now is not the moment to ruminate upon their villainy.
Correct. Besides, there's more of them waiting to sink their blades into us.
Then so be it.
What they got? Haishu Pack Mao Feather Striker. Oh, they're higher level than us. That sucks. Startling Strike. On use, if target has 3+ rupture, clash power +3. On hit, inflict 2 rupture count. Restraint. On hit, inflict 2 rupture. Unbreakable coin. On hit, inflict 2 rupture. On hit without cracking. Reuse this coin. This unit speed by 4 times, max of 2. Oh! So that can hit up to 3 times. Do not let the red one hit. If this unit's speed is faster than the target's, gain coin power based on speed difference. Coin power +1 for every 2 speed difference, max of 3. On use, if target has 4+ rupture, coin power +1. Clash win, inflict +3 rupture count. On hit, inflict +1 rupture count. On hit, inflict 2 rupture. On hit, inflict Deathrite haste. Unbreakable coin. If target has Deathrite haste, deal 50% more damage and gain 3 Strider Mao. Deathrite haste. When getting rupture triggered by getting hit by an attack skill from a target with 10+ speed, lose 1 stack and gain +1 rupture count. At 0 stack, take gluttony damage equal to rupture potency on self, then this effect expires. And then Strider Mao. Turn end, gain 5 haste next turn, reduced by 1. And the wind-up. Clashable counter. Clash win, gain 3 haste. Encountered start. Gain repressed bloodthirst. -10 offense and defense. Cool. On hit against enemies with Deathrite haste, inflict +1 rupture count on the target up to 3 times. Vigor. When attacking targets with slower speed than this unit's, inflict +1 more rupture or rupture count. Oh, epic. Well, at the moment, they're not too much faster than us, but they are significantly stronger. That much is for certain. Oh, this sucks. All right, defend up. We've got 2 people who are really good at fighting and 2 people who are underleveled into oblivion. That's the wrong target. Oh my god, that did so much damage to Mersault. Oh, these fights are gonna suck. Luckily, we did get really lucky with this round of stuff, so here we go. Uh-oh, gotta win that clash. Okay, good. No more reusing. Oh man, you guys are, oh boy. Okay. Skullbuster wins, no problem. We don't get a stagger though, so that is still going to hit. Unbreakable coins are going to be plentiful, I feel. Ouch. Only 4 damage though. Okay. Here's what we're doing. To Pathos Mythos. Double dominating. Even if somehow they win this clash, we have unbreakable coins, then double dominating. And then just go for double favored. Sounds good to me. We are also being very slowly powered up, which is good. We get a stagger. Arcana Beats is about to go down and deal a ton of damage. Maybe it gets a stagger? Yes, sir! You already know. To Pathos Mythos. Bit of rupture, and we get empowered. Okay, not quite dead, but that's okay. This magic bullet. Good stuff. It hit 3 of them and took 1 out. Although he retreated, he isn't dead. Okay, 4 left. Let's see what we can do. Double red into... No, let's get some resonance. Let's get big resonance. And then double one-sided attack, we take it. Luckily, L-Corp identities are very powerful. Okay, fair bit of burn. Okay, we are in negative stance now, so we're just gonna go for max Wrath Resonance, then we go double, then we get as much resonance as possible. That should finish this fight. Oh wow, the bleed just took him out. Yeah, I think we got it. Woo! The fact that we have Dawn and Ryoshu in this fight really, really helped. I think we're safe for now. Something tells me that they're not fighting us at full force. At least we routed them, so hopefully that means something. Huh, where'd Dawn go? Hark, for I am here! Dawn rushed into my room from the hallway outside. I had gone to espy if the other sinners had suffered as we have. Verily, they were indeed targeted as well. Most defended themselves well against the curs, and shall be here post-haste. Yet,
Not everyone survived, huh?
young Sinclair and Yesong, while it appeareth that they had risen and battled, they were caught unawares by our foes. 'Tis likely that their demise came soon after tripping over each other's foot.
How embarrassing.
And young Heathcliff, he...
Isn't that fella our resident mob fight expert? How'd they even get him?
They didn't get me, mate. I'm good as new.
Heathcliff!
What's got you so gobsmacked, lass?
I recall a blade piercing young Heathcliff in the back of his head. Didst thou turn the clock for him already, Manager Esquire?
No, not yet, anyway. Blimey, so that's what this funny itch on the back of my head.
Heathcliff reached up to rub the back of his head, then crumpled to the floor mid-sentence. Oh, no. It's the adrenaline. Hey, adrenaline is crazy. Heathcliff's not breathing anymore. He's dead. How do you even manage to walk all the way over here with a hole in his head? Young Heathcliff!
The other sinners are starting to gather, Manager.
As pathetic as this force may be, we cannot spare any hands at the moment, Executive Manager. We must also join the others as soon as possible and assist them. There are sounds of altercations coming from the lobby.
Gotcha.
The clock turns as it always does. Sometime later.
I don't remember how you talk. Dude, it is. It has not even been that long since I did everyone's voices. I didn't expect him to be around this long. I'm gonna be honest. Whoa, please hold on a moment.
You?
I could still see some people inside the lobby, which was also in the bizarre process of melting away. Among them, I noticed Gia clashing against a figure wearing a bamboo hat.
Going on the offensive already, huh? How come a big shot in control of the Haishu pack decided to come after small fries like us?
And behind the black bamboo hat, wearing assassin, stood... I see that you have tracked me down, so certain of your own safety, but my master has already prepared countermeasures. There stood King Tao, our supposed collaborator who led us here, and Wei, who was threatening him with a sword. So you were behind this. Ah, it's you. I sussed out that you'd be planning something like this, but you lacked the patience to pull it off. You're quite observant. I thought I had completely won you over. You must know that at H-Corp, there is but one path to survival and riches. Choose a family hierarch candidate and serve them with utter loyalty. But who in their right mind would serve young Master Bayou? He who has grown up with no hardship. He who doesn't possess even a single speck of ambition.
You shut your bloody mouth, yeah? And you, rich boy, oi, you just gonna sit there and let that bloke talk to you like that?
But he's right that I don't have any ambitions.
Have you got no self-respect? What do you have anyway?
Okay, everyone, shut up for a second. He's obviously taunting you. Stop indulging him. Wei, speak.
What is he, a dog?
Oh, god dang, that's funny. I know it's like a ruler to a servant kind of deal, like, but still, that is just...
Wei, speak to him.
You know what that reminds me of? Oh my god, that the most random thing popped into my head. I haven't even played it for literally years, but there's a character in Overwatch who's like... Her whole thing is she sends this like really big robot guy to like go fight people, and whenever you send him, she just goes, "Bah!"
Get in there!
That's what Gia does with Wei. Oh, god dang. I don't know. I don't know why that popped into my head. I guess because it's similar, but still, it's funny to think about.
I know that you have no means to wield a Heishu pack. So speak. Which master did you choose to serve? Who controls them?
Ah, so they are curious. Stay your sword, Zilu.
Another unfamiliar voice from the shadows. Oh, hey, the voice I picked actually wasn't too bad.
Young master, are you certain this is wise?
What the... Never mind. That was not who I thought was talking. Dude, with a face like... with a face like that... I'm sorry.
Worry not. They're destined to be swept away by the morning dew anyway. The trajectory of their fate shall not alter course, were they to witness me.
The voice soon reveals himself from the shadows, walking into the light with a casual, assured gait.
Huh? Seriously? You?
I see. You're...
Allow me to grace you, ignoramuses, with my exalted name. I am Yehua of the Shi family.
Ooh, like the Shi Association?
You may know me as a very prominent candidate to the throne of the family hierarch.
Prominent?
But of course, I claim control of a branch of the Heishu packs, while you were wasting your time out there searching for the River of Immortality or whatever.
I don't even know where I'd even start to refute your brain-dead accusation. This is way beneath me. I didn't even want to address you as my senior either.
Either.
So who is it? Big Brother Juan? Nah, I can't imagine he'd ever be interested in someone like you.
What are you talking about?
I'm asking whose teat you've been suckling on to gain control of the Mao branch. Because we both know there's no way in heck you'd have the means to control them, right?
You little twerp!
Are you sure you want to insult my height from where you're standing?
Mr. Yehua!
It doesn't seem like the mastermind of this operation was actually anyone important. Agreed. I can tell just by the look of that traitor with the... whatever that word is, of a deceiver.
This is a waste of time! Hey, Zilu, cut them all down!
The mission was to assassinate them, to meet them in open battle, to take the lives of the hierarch candidates, was not what was agreed upon.
What the... Blah, blah, blah! Just shut up and do as you're told!
I may fight to protect your life, yet I cannot do more. A Heishu heeds no voices but that of the one who holds their leash.
Looks like that Shi Yehua doesn't even control these guys.
There is an apt saying, oft invoked in the East. A fox may pretend to the throne, but only with the blessing of the tiger.
Shut up over there! Dang it! This Heishu pack is useless! Can't even get a simple job done! Master Yehua, the Heishu pack was here merely as a backup plan. Our true strategy involves... True. This is fine. I have other plans to sweep you all away.
This is the second time this individual has made an odd emphasis on a variation of the word sweep. What, are you saying that you bribe the sweepers or something? While their reactions may appear suspicious, that suggestion is almost an absolute impossibility. The head is at the top of the sweeper's chain of command. In other words, only the head possesses the authority to command them. Right. Yeah, of course.
Moreover, they are prohibited from touching, let alone entering, any designated residential areas during the night in the back streets.
You really think a sweeper is gonna listen? Come on now.
This is a permanent, immutable taboo of the head, one of the very first to be introduced.
Alright, fair. Fair enough. I mean, if it's legit, you mess with the, like, you try and control the sweepers, the head shows up. Yeah, no one's doing that. No one is gonna chance that.
The effort of going through a myriad of paperwork to ensure that Mephistopheles is recognized as a residential vehicle was ultimately to capitalize on this taboo.
Yes, it is exactly as you say. What a stupid question to ask, making me anxious out of nowhere. That soured the mood. Come, let us leave. I had only intended to have them see my face, after all. Too bad I won't even remember them in a few days once they all get swept away. Ha ha ha.
I'm having fun with this character. Let's keep him around.
Master Yahuwah?
We best leave before any more unnecessary words are said.
Faust is right. These guys are acting way too suspicious to not have some scheme brewing back there. So overtly suspicious that I'm starting to wonder if they're trying to use reverse psychology on us into walking right into their trap. Well, when surrounded by nothing but uncertainties, there's a solution that usually works. Faust?
Faust had intended to make this suggestion first, but it appears that you share the idea.
Yep. So, Otis. Yes, executive manager. We have 12 sinners, Gia, and Wei on our side. And I don't think the so-called Mao branch are willing to fight. Which means that we only have 3 enemies. Shihua, our guide, and Zilu, the assassin. Or Zylu. We have the numerical advantage, don't we? You always make the most accurate read of the battlefield.
What's going on over there? What's that tick-tocking noise?
Our former guide seemed to have figured out what our conversation was about, because he took a few slow, careful steps away from Shi before bolting off into the distance. I've been thinking this all day, but he sure is a fast runner. Oh! What? What is it, Honglu? Did you remember something? I did. I had a hard time recalling this because he isn't from my family. But I remember now. You're big brother Yahuwah of the Shi family, right? Yes, Honglu, he said that. Didn't that guy just announce that himself earlier? Yeah, Dante thinks the same thing. Anyways, Honglu, I'm gonna get that guy and beat the motives out of him. Is that gonna be okay with you? He's not from my family, but I'm sure Big Brother Yahuwah will be happy to answer your questions. Great. Another thing. As your commander, I should probably say something cool to start off the battle, right? Wow, that's going to be so cool. Like something straight out of a story. Oda said something like this once. That even if one side has the absolute advantage in battle, the commander's words may be the deciding factor in who wins and loses. So, I decided to borrow a few words from a book Honglu once lent me. It was a general who said it, I believe. Destroy them all! Zylu. Not quite what I expected. Alright. Startling Strike. If user has 5+ Rupture, Clash Power +1. On hit, inflict 2 Rupture. Perforating Kill. On use, if target has 5+ Rupture, Clash Power +1. On use, gain 3 Stride or Mal. Inflict +2 Rupture count. If target has Death Right Haste, gain 1 Haste. No, yeah, I did say that right. It just kind of confused me. Death Right Haste, gain 1 Haste next turn. Etching Strike. On use, if target has 5+ Rupture, Coin Power +1. On hit, inflict 2 Rupture. On hit, inflict 2 Rupture again. And inflict Death Right Haste. Curse Writ Butcher Blade, Blink Step. Prioritizes targets with Death Right Haste. Deal 15% more damage for every 2 speed difference between this unit and the target, up to 60%. Coin power +1 for every 5 rupture on the target, max of 2. Base power +1 for every 2 rupture count on the target, max of 3. At 10 plus speed, if the target is defeated, reuse this coin, this skill, against a random enemy once per turn. Yikes. Unbreakable coin, on hit, inflict 3 rupture, inflict 5 rupture, and if they have Deathrite, deal 50% more damage and 5 more rupture. Passives. Crushed, Bloodthirst. Minus 25 base, offense, and defense. And then passives are the same. Dominator Mao. On skill use, if this target's speed is faster than the target's by 2 or more, coin power +1. Also, can't be staggered, can't be stunned, usual. Okay, well, what attack is going where? This is going for Otis. This is going for Ryoshu. This is going for Faust. Okay, glad we made that very easy. Let's go favored. You know what? 10 plus 3. I don't know that we'll land that. Let's just power guard it. That way we can at least try and tank it. Ugh. Tiny bit of rupture. Well, here comes a tanking. Okay, barely took any damage, and we're gonna go into negative next turn. Sink. That's bad. That's bad. Wow, okay. Just hit heads 5 times in a row at 10 SP. Ridiculous. Luck of the draw, as they say. Oh my god, you have 9 speed in every single hole. That sucks. Because now you just gain like 1,000,000 power. Well, we're still favored with most things. Neutral. Oh. Okay. Well, this will give us a magic bullet. Unopposed. Ooh. It's offset. I don't think that's gonna work how the game is claiming it is. I think we're still about to clash with it. I think the game's a little bit confused when it comes to that. Good stuff, Faust. We gotta win some of these clashes, let me tell you. Okay, good stuff. More sinking is good. That means we're more likely to win clashes. Okay. Counter dice? No, we literally just ignore it. Alright, fair enough. 10 speed! Deception. Oh, I didn't check their sanity. If this unit's speed is faster than the target's, or when using an unopposed attack, deal plus 20% damage against the target. If this unit's speed is faster, take 20% less damage. Oh, that's wonderful. That's so good. I'm so glad about that. Okay. Onwards. Hey, some Library of Ruina style editing for this fight. I'm having to use my brain in Limbus company? Oh, by the way, 22 SP. We hit all 3 tails. Oof. It's alright. Dawn makes up for it. 2 out of 3? That's not bad. That's more along the lines of what I expect. Death approaches. 320 damage. Yeah. Okay. Staggered. We gotta go for max damage this turn. So, boom, boom, boom. Mark. More. Yeah. Okay, here we go. So far, so good. Colossal damage coming from Isang. Oh, just about get another stagger. Actually, I think we will get it. Yeah, there it is. Did she just die? Oh no. Oh no, oh no. So that is what I saw. Oh no. A strange tune crashes through the sound of this fierce battle. Is this electronic dance music? What? It is actually playing in lore? Something about it sounds familiar.
Ha! Fine. No. Finally. Thanks to the merry chase you've led me on, I have slid ever so slightly further into the world of Bristly. Let's see. Title 2, Section 11. Row C. The punishment for those who dare to flee from the Middle's retribution begins by tearing their legs apart from the groin. I will make sure you suffer for all my time you wasted. What the is that bladder doing here? The heck's wrong with you? You been stalking us all along?
Oh god. We don't.
Since when is chasing after a thief conflated with stalking? I'll have you know that I'm still banished from the world of luscious, thanks to you who dared to pinch my hair coupons.
What the heck? Where'd they come from?
You guys are just people off left and right, aren't you?
Zilu, take him out!
What an utterly insular fool.
What did you say?
Do you not know that man?
What's the Middle doing here?
Ricardo, a big brother of the Middle. The man who slaughtered the sinners like they were nothing. The man who almost forced me to self-destruct. Faust, don't tell me I have to get ready for that again.
No, not yet. According to the evaluation data at the LCE, the Sinners' power had grown since their time at the Great Lake. Our chance of victory against this individual has risen to a meaningful degree to forfeit the battle before it even begins.
But by how much?
Enough to put our faith in the uncertainties.
Alrighty then, enough with the background noise. I don't know what your business is with these thieves, but I've personally traveled all the way to the eastern part of the city because I simply must exact my vengeance against him with my 2 hands. I could have simply informed my brothers in the east and let them handle this, but that just wouldn't do. I was determined to see this through to the end myself, even if it meant asking a great brother of the east for a favor. So you there, Half-Pint and his cute mini entourage, get the heck out of my sight. The Middle's Book of Vengeance comes first.
Half-Pint? Ha! Keep babbling, that fat lip of yours, minion of the fingers. You don't scare me at all with your cheap hairdo and that garnish's botched dye job. You're in the H-Corp turf now. I am...
Wow. Just wow. Bloody heck, mate, that's messed up. He's far too absorbed in his own foolishness to see he's walking into his own demise. Unexpectedly, Ricardo's face wasn't contorted with wrath, even after enduring that barrage of insults. Instead, he looked surprised. A moment of silence followed, during which he seemed to be absorbed in thought, probably about how to absolutely nuke the fellow. Whew. Impressive. You just set a new record.
You are the current record holder for how fast can I get rid of Ricardo's Book of Vengeance. Challenge, boy. You did it in 15 seconds.
Then, with trembling hands, he reached down to grab his Book of Vengeance, opened it, and began to write something down on the paper, slowly and deliberately. as though to make each stroke of pen count. Unfortunately, your audacity is terminal. I will rip your jaws apart myself as punishment. Boys, make sure that this little band of thieves won't get away when I deal with this pipsqueak.
What the heck is this talking about? Hey, Zilu!
Hold up. Actually, I don't care. Stop me if you can. Effective immediately. The punishment for all involved parties and bystanders at the site of your crimes shall be complete and total extermination.
I think we can slip away unnoticed in this mess.
I don't think we've got much of a chance there. Ricardo practically rocketed towards where Zilu and Shi were standing at a burst of speed. But his henchmen had already begun to slowly surround us as he ordered. Ready your weapons, everyone. Payback time for what happened at the Great Lake. Let's do this. Besides, I've got a score to settle with that son of a... Oh, boy. Okay. Great. So, what do they do again? Light reminder. Paralyze, attack power down, paralyze. If they have a shield, gain attack damage up. Clash ooze, damage up, paralyze. Deal 20 fixed HP damage. What? Okay, so ignore that at all costs. And then they get stronger depending on who dies. Right. How right you are. So be it. Begin! Shield on. No attack damage for you. Okay. Good stuff. Tiny bit of tremor. I don't know who's gonna be the carry here, if I'm honest. I'm so scared. Well, at least we have plenty of time to get as many the ego resources as possible. How much health does this guy have? 2 health. Wow. Unreal. Really? You've well and truly surprised me. Okay, hey, how about this? Arcana Slave. Yeah, 400 damage ought to do it. There was an explosive noise from a distance, and moments later, Ricardo landed before us with a boom. I heard that the High Shoe of the East were a tough bunch, but that lady was something else. So, why do women like that suddenly split from a fight? Not my problem, I guess. She's getting written down in the book, too. Time to take care of what I really came here for. Get ready for a beatdown, coupon thieves! Oh, he's a little injured, though. 2k health. That is manageable, despite it all. What the heck are you? Little brother Werner. Aim for the solar plexus. 1 paralyze. Gut crush. If target has the Middle's Vendetta mark, inflict 1 additional offense level down. When attacked by the middle, take 3% damage per stack. Oh. Heads hit, inflict 1 offense level down. If target has the Middle's Vendetta, gain +1 coin boost next turn. And then do it again. Oh, good. Vengeance awaits you all! Deal 10% more damage for every 2 Middle's Vendetta mark on the target, max of 50%. Add 40% or less HP. Gain attack weight +1. If the main target has the Middle's Vendetta mark, convert all coins on the skill to unbreakable coins. Oh, good. Coin power +1 for every 3 enemy with the Middle's Vendetta mark. Clash power +1 for every 2 the Middle's Vendetta mark on the main target, max of 5. After attack, if this unit killed a target with the Middle's Vendetta mark, gain +1 coin boost next turn 2 times per turn. After attack, remove the Middle's Vendetta mark on all targets that were hit. On hit, inflict 3 paralyze, bind, and 2 attack power down next turn. Passives, when hit, inflict the it's on hit. On skill use, if target has the Middle's Vendetta mark, gain the Middle Vendetta mark by 4 clash power. Oh! If target has 8+ Vendetta mark, gain base power. Oh, that's so bad. Same thing. Cannot be staggered while a usable counter skill is it. Oh, I hate this. This sucks. Hey, speaking of Ricardo, did your stuff change? I don't really remember, but it sure seems the same to me. No, I think this is different. Turn start. All allies, including this unit, heal 10 SP. Take 20% less damage from all effects. Brush it off. When in panic, reset. Deeper in the world of Bristly. If this unit loses 2 clashes, gain 6 offense level down next turn. Wounded in battle. Begins with 40% less health and cannot change stagger. Right. Well, you know what time it is? I thought he had 14 speed for a second. You know what time it is? Superbia. Okay, here we go. Let's hope that our quote power boost is enough to get through this fight. Superbia will help. Although we are already gathering a lot of debuffs. Okay, absolute resonance going well. Ouch, that damage is so crazy. He does so much damage. It's alright, we have literally every single one of the sinners ready to go. Okay. Well, let's get some healing. We didn't hit heads, unfortunately. Pretty good use of Superbia, if you ask me. What is that? No more tests. On use, gain 3 blunt damage up next scene if the main target has 3+ Middle's Vendetta mark converted all to unbreakable coins. Who doesn't have it? The only one who doesn't have it is staggered. Lovely. That's just great. While we're favored here, that's as good as it gets. Struggling. Yep. Alright, no point to use that, so let's try and take him out. And we're unopposed. Alright, this is gonna hurt. Oh, good job, Don. You just saved our life. Actually, they're unbreakable. They were unbreakable, weren't they? No? Okay, good AoE damage. We also debuff Ricardo, so he's only going to get +1 coin compared to +2. Complete internal extermination. Oh, good. Can clash with this skill regardless of speed. If the main target is 5+ Middle's Vendetta mark, final power +5. Remove it. Unbreakable. Deal bonus damage based on Vendetta mark. Oh, yeah. Well, we're dominating here. We're struggling here. That's great. That's so good. We're hopeless here. Oh, yeah, that's it. That's real good. That's real good. Yeah, so we're dead this turn, huh? Here's the only way we survive. Actually, wait a minute. We got a stagger. I was gonna say, if Yisong gets the -2 attack power before he attacks, we might also win off that. However, that stagger might have came in clutch. I think Yisong would have been enough, but the stagger helps significantly more. Okay, a ton of one-sided damage. No tremor, so that doesn't do as much as I would like. Oh, serious Skull Burster? Nice! Oh, he summoned his boys back. Okay. He is still staggered, right? So here's what we do. Just clash with them. No. Clash with them. Get a little bit of AoE damage. Ooh. Okay. I don't think we can do 1,000 damage, but we can certainly try. Counter dice working nice. Okay, we get another sword into us next turn. That's good. You are debuffed, so your buff means nothing. Oh. We don't hit heads, that's alright. Okay, 62 damage. A stagger goes down on one of the little brothers. Dead. Oh, 700 damage? I don't think we're managing that. Oh, we stopped taking damage. Ow. We won? That actually... Wait, you're not dead? Are you serious? That went really good. Honestly, perfect use of Superbia, if you ask me. Wait! A shout cuts across the battlefield just as the sudden appearance of Ricardo was making things incredibly more difficult for us. Huh? Didn't that guy split? What's he doing here, laughing his butt off? You finally lost the plot, huh? Failed plan after failed plan takes a toll, I suppose. Oh, maybe that was too much. But I mean, how could I not laugh, right? When, after all that, everything comes together perfectly according to my plan. You hear this too, don't you? The sound of the city. The sound of the Backstreets. Do you hear the sound of crashing waves? Waves? When the sound of battle came to a stop with Yua's sudden shout, we all suddenly began to notice the low, crawling sound of omen that had been swirling under the commotion. Something's melting, regurgitating, or perhaps boiling over. If not, it's seeping, it's siphoning, it's a trace that was at once living and dead. Crashing and breaking, devoid of any recognizable stops. The lines between where it begins and ends blurs. Yes, like waves! Dante, will you stop being poetic and just say? Current time is 0321 hours. Then it's too late. The night of the Backstreets. We've never been outside the bus at this hour, have we?
It was past 4 in the morning when we briefly set foot in the outskirts, so no, we have. This would be our second time. Though it must be noted that the time of day was not a matter of concern then, as we were in the outskirts.
They're finally getting all swept away like trash! Oh, how I've waited for this moment! Okay, buddy. Well, you have officially even managed to make Ricardo pause, so good job. His book has a middle finger. Is that what? Oh my god, they're the middle finger. Oh my god, I just realized. They're the middle finger. What's he on about? You can't possibly be thinking that the sweepers will somehow break the taboo to help you. Still missing the point, botched purple dye job. Zilu, let us leave to the promised location. Huh? Did he actually scamper all the way here just to gloat at us and run away? Indeed, she gloated at us with a confident boast as though he was finally ready to face us, only to turn tail again with an unmistakable look of relief.
I don't get it. Does he actually believe that the sweepers will help him? Faust?
Indeed, sweepers do not invade residential areas. However, what if what we're standing in... Oh, what if where we're standing isn't actually a residential area? What are you talking about? Look, this place has got walls, beds, beddings, and... I guess the walls felt weirdly mushy and... melty. It wasn't just Radia who realized what was going on. The other sinners began to look around in confusion as well. The walls of the Kazan had all but melted away, leaving nothing behind. As though the place we slept the night in was but a house in a painting. Our realization came too late, as a wave-like noise from earlier had already encroached right up to where we were. And unlike the other times, where they'd simply part around the bus, they were cutting straight into the remnants of our lodging.
4512441115555252.
What's going on? Wait. There.
This is ridiculous! Sweepers! How dare they break the taboo so brazenly!
Looks like I'll be facing the waves tonight.
Why do you sound excited about this? I mean, we've got to...
Let's make some things clear. It's clear that if we do nothing but stand around, they'll sweep us all away. 4151911 Dang it. We have to make our stand here.
Wait. They're fighting in the background too? That's fun.
Well,
Time to face the waves. The City Sweeper A. Extract fuel. If they have bleed, coin power. Inflict bleed and heal. If they have bleed, coin power. Inflict 2 paralyze and 2 bleed.
trash disposal. Ah, yes.
The move. Now it's an unbreaking coin. If target has 4 plus bleed, heads hit, reuse this coin up to 3 times.
3331973.
Gain 4 persistence. Unbreakable coin. Lower user stagger threshold. Passives. Take 10% less damage. Turn end. If anyone died this turn, heal 5% HP. On kill, heal 2 to 5% HP. For the family, heal SP equal to the number of surviving sweepers. When joining after wave 2, enter with 30 SP. Oh good. Oh good. Alright, and the spindly boys give protection. Oh, we have Gia! Gia's here to help us out, really? So, I've only ever done this fight in the mirror dungeon, which does not have these dudes fighting in the background, and also does not have Gia. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna go into the negative. Double favored into double favored. Sounds good to me.
Unbreakable coins. Here we go.
Kind of wish I had Heathcliff out for this fight, actually. Yeah, kind of wish I had him out. Oh, Gia. Oh, she evaded the first one, too. She did not evade the one that mattered. Ow. Okay, slightly problematic. Gia, how you doing? Not good. You were almost staggered off one hit. That's crazy. That is insane. Okay. What is this? Sweep the Backstreets? Whatever. We guard it. We're dominating, favored, dominating, favored. Good enough for me. Just take whatever favored. Oh, Gia, you gotta win those clashes, girl. I'm gonna be honest, I can't tell what is going on in this fight. What I do know is that trash disposal shouldn't hit us nearly as hard now. Ow, that's heads. That's heads. That's heads. Oh my god, it's still staggered us. Are you serious? Oh, that's crazy. Well, it's not a stagger. He didn't hit heads. Oof. So, Gia's probably dead. Gotta be honest. We need 2 lust and 4 blue, huh? I don't think we have any lust right now. Okay, we can get some blue. This magic bullet. I think Gia's dead, I gotta be honest. Okay. Oh, good stuff. We get a stagger off that one. I still, for the life of me, cannot tell you what's going on, but I can tell we did get a kill. Hey, Persistence just procced on that sweeper, so technically he died. Equally technically, he didn't. Okay, Gia's recovered. I think it's time for Arcana Slave. You know why? Because it heals. Oh, struggling. That sucks. Go for power counter. Go for resonance, 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 and then light blue will hit the hardest. Oh, I see a couple missed clashes in there. Ouch, ouch. Faust just got staggered in the background. Ooh. Okay, we're fine. Arcana Slave. Death. 229 damage. Considering how many it hit, that was not a lot of damage. Okay, we did take one out with Hia. Okay, Gia got some good damage from what I saw. I'll tell you what, I'd love to heal her. I would love to heal her. Don't think we can. By the way, we're only on wave 1 out of 3. Let's get resonance. Then let's get absolute resonance. Then we're favored, we're unopposed. Hope that it's enough to get a kill. No reason to use Otis's ego because we are always going to be taking damage during this fight. Okay, Rodion being an extreme MVP. Ooh. Gia won the clash in the front. I'm kind of just watching Gia. I'm mainly just happy that she's fighting with us. Okay, another sweeper down. Oh, this is so far from over. Okay, I just snorted. That's how you know I'm real excited. Oh, struggling here, really. How close are we to being staggered? Honestly, too close. We do have 2+ bleed. Let's go for the counter. I don't know if it's gonna work, truthfully. Double blue, double dark blue. I think that's our play. I would love to pump out some healing, but we don't have any lust. Unfortunately. Heads, heads, heads! Ah, I hit heads every time. So, it turns out, sweepers do not care if you win clashes. Okay, good thing Ryoshu has so much of a shield. Okay, tiny bit of stagger damage. This magic bullet. No friendly fire, 109 damage. Okay. Faust takes a little bit of damage. That's fine. Okay, Arcana Beats is gonna get some crazy damage. Good stuff. That's a kill. We go negative next turn. Oh, Gia barely hanging on. Can't really heal her though. I would love to keep her alive, but we just can't. Unless we get some... What do we need? Hang on. Other than Lust, Wrath would do. Really, Wrath would do, actually, huh? Although, it'll be Corrupted. Yeah, and Corrupt won't heal. What else could we do? I mean, there's Lust. There's... We could Arcana Slave. I don't think that's a good idea. That's a really bad idea. If we're... if our intention is to keep people alive, then we don't want to do that. Could technically get Absolute Resonance with yellow, but I'm going to get it for dark blue instead. Let her roll. Hopefully we keep Gia alive. I'm sure we don't have to, but I want to. Trash Disposal does not hit heads. Good stuff. Oh, Yisong just lost the clash. I, once again, could not tell you what's going on. Ow. Okay, that's a third sword. No more. Oh man, she's struggling with all her attacks too. Nothing we can do for her, unfortunately. Just gotta roll with it. Countering here. What? That definitely did. What? Okay, I don't understand what kind of calculations are going on that make it say struggling, but when we do it, it's dominating? Okay. Question mark on that one. Serious Skullbuster guarantee... Actually, no. Don't use Serious Skullbuster yet. It'd be a waste. And then we go double dark. Okay, you're going down. You don't have any persistence. Bye-bye. And we reload because we got a kill. Second kill. Good stuff. That was 0 damage at first. I'm assuming it's because persistence went off. Yeah, okay, you got me on why that worked. 54 damage. We got him. We got him. We got this. Yeah, that has to be persistence going off. Like, in the background, maybe. Or maybe it's like trying to make it go off, but it's just not quite working. Gia? Good stuff, Gia. Okay, here's more of them. We, despite everything, can actually get a heal. Tell you what, I want to get the Hex Snail passive going. Should have done it sooner, but better late than never. We're dominating here, excellent. Immediately into big damage. Now we use Serious Skullbuster, and then we try and just snipe a few more kills as well. Come on, we can heal her, we can heal her. Oh, good stuff, Gia. Almost a one-shot on that guy, actually. Good stuff. Okay, we get a stagger, we get a kill. Hex Snail going down, primarily because I want the passive. We don't land the curse, whatever. Okay. This should be AoE. Yes, it is. Both of you are debuffed next turn. If you survive. Survive this! He survived.
Can't survive that.
He survived it. Never mind. Never mind. Everything I've ever said. It doesn't matter. Everything I say is a lie. Oh my god, I'm like so confident in half of these attacks, and it's just not working.
But this one will.
Heal Gia, heal Gia, heal Gia. She's the lowest health. Put her back to full. Yippee, yippee, yippee. Did it heal her? I don't even know that it did.
지금이다. 해골 바가지 거미 대가리.
Bye. Well, maybe that one did. We'll check her health in a minute. Oh. Wave 2 complete. Wave 3 incoming. The battle was long and grueling. Even Ricardo and his henchmen appeared visibly exhausted after the second wave. This fight has actually, it's been going for a hot minute.
Big bro, we messed up. We never should have put you through this trouble in the first place.
Don't worry about it, kid. You've taken a brother who came all the way from the south and guided him safely through the labyrinth that is H-Corp. I'd say you've done more than enough. No one could have expected that we'd been fighting the sweepers of all things. Ugh.
If we're able to withstand the sweepers, enemies that could give even the middle trouble. Practice makes perfect, and perfection makes an expert, huh? I guess Hong Lu wasn't too far off the mark. Man, we would have been long swept away by the horde if we were still new at this. Ishmael, who was taking this brief downtime to check the sharpness of our harpoon, was right. We have been through something like this before, fighting an endless horde of enemies, long battles of attrition. It wasn't new. And that very experience was definitely an edge we had against these enemies. Of course.
Woo! Can we even handle the third wave at this rate?
There is no choice but to withstand it.
Nothing was certain just yet. We still had the third wave to survive.
I'll carry out your sentences as soon as we survive the third wave.
Even when we're all basically in the same boat, that guy just can't help but have it out for us, huh?
Why would I ever? Gah!
The third wave begins, and with it, the buildings suddenly began to shift violently.
What? Hold on. What's going on?
The buildings are shifting.
What's happening? I remember asking all of you guys to read the dang pamphlets. Buildings inside H-Corp shift every once in a while. I didn't know it would be like this, but still.
Fortunately, it doesn't seem that the building we're in is shifting by much, Executive Manager.
As soon as Otis finished, an errant building suddenly jutted violently from the ground, rising in a diagonal burst, and struck Ricardo square in the chest, sending him blasting off into the skyline. No way! Oh my god, he just got team rocketed.
Dang you! Mark my words!
Ricardo wasn't the only one that got practically punched by a building.
Big bro!
The henchmen of the middle, who had formed a defensive square to withstand the waves, were blasting off in all directions. Or maybe they were falling? I wasn't sure anymore. What is happening? The movement of the buildings has significantly reduced the enemy population in this area, Dante. This is an opportunity.
Now that those irritating are off our backs,
I think this is definitely more doable now. I can feel the spirit rising among the sinners. Come on, let's do this. We've done this kind of fight 1,000 times.
third wave!
무슨 일 있었던 겐가?
I don't know who's talking. Was that Gia? By the way, she does not get healed. Good to know. That sucks. I want to keep her alive. You know what? I'm going to.
This magic bullet.
Here we go. Resonance. We're favored. Good enough. More resonance. That'll win, no problem. This will get a stagger, no problem. And then let's just stack up charge as much as possible. Here we go.
대가리 딱 떼도
Come on, Gia. Come on, Gia. Oh, she's going down. She's dead. Dang it. Okay, she does just retreat. I kind of figured. Dang it. We almost kept her alive the whole time, though. That would have been nice. What happened to the music?
흔들리는
Death.
따위 없이 가로막는 모든 것을 침몰시키고 지평선에 따라
320 damage.
개체가 약화되는 것 같습니다.
Then Faust gets a double kill.
탈출 개체가 점유되었습니다.
Okay, this is guaranteed a kill. He does not have persistence, so he goes down. Good stuff. We reload. Oh, close to a stagger. Not. Oh, he's dead. Persistence. Ah, persistence did go off. We are immediately clashing with him again. Uh-oh. Trash disposal. Okay, it didn't hit heads at all, and he goes down. Oh, and we reload immediately after. Okay, how many enemies do we still have left? 6 more sweepers, and we've made it. Resonance, absolute resonance, resonance, absolute resonance. Oh, actually, absolute resonance with the 7th bullet. Hopefully this doesn't screw us. Good stuff. This magic bullet. That's some of us. Oh. Trash disposal. It hit heads every time, except for the last. Okay. Ignite. I don't think any of us were staggered despite all that. Okay. Well, Faust was, but that still. You know what? Let's get resonance. The game is not cooperating. Okay. Absolute resonance. I think this is it. I think we finished. This should be enough. We do go negative after this turn, so that helps too. Okay, he's dead. Good stuff. Do it again. Just slammed into the ground twice. You know, no big deal. Okay. Burn. Oh, man, 16. Good lord, that's a roll. Ouch. Okay. Get a lot of our stacks back. Oh, he lived. Oh, no, he's down. And we survived. Was that the last of them? Also, let me make sure that the recording isn't terribly desynced. Yes, sir. Still recording. It seems okay. Current time is 04:24 hours. About 10 minutes until the night in the Backstreets ends. But we can relax now, given that we survived the third wave.
The buildings are also no longer shifting. Stability has been restored.
We did it, Executive Manager. Bloody heck, finally. The sinners all collapsed to the ground from exhaustion. Fair. You just survived a night against the sweepers. Fair. By the way, obviously I've known about this fight for a while. I didn't know that Ricardo showed up. Didn't know that. That was a surprise. However, yeah. This particular detour fight is my absolute favorite. I love the fact that you see like thousands of sweepers running past you, and they even though they're sweepers, it feels proper that the sweepers, even if you win clashes, they don't care. They just attack. It doesn't matter. Persistence goes off. They're healing from each other dying, from you dying. They're healing from attacking you. Like, it feels like how the sweepers have always been built up, because they're always built up as like this unstoppable wave. Like, there's a reason nobody ever goes out during the night. And so to me, this fight, it, even obviously, you know, you can blow through them pretty easily, but they always get hits on you. It feels like such a love letter, I guess. I don't know the proper word, but it feels so lore appropriate, we'll say it that way, that the sweepers are as difficult to beat as they are, and you are literally not getting through a fight with them unscathed. Now, the fact that Gia joins us and and Ricardo and his goons are fighting in the background, it's so nice, because it also adds on to the fact of like, if it wasn't for those two extra things, there's still the chance that we wouldn't have made it. And the fact that the building shifted, like, it feels so good. Easily one of my absolute favorite detour fights that I've done so far. There was a Kazan here, but it's gone now. Despite the fact that we haven't moved at all from our initial positions, there wasn't even a trace of it having been here. We realized that we'd been relocated on top of a roof, as though we had all just awakened from a dream of sleeping in a building that never even existed.
That was one heck of a battle, man. I thought I was done for. This is killing me. I don't know if we could have survived that if the hair-obsessed loon wasn't here to draw some of them away. I guess we've got something to thank him for.
So that's all they've got in a head-on battle.
Art thou acquainted with these foes, young Ryoshu?
Of course, I've heard of them.
Their scent of blood, 'twas faint, but it cannot be. No. 'Twould be best to not linger over long on this thought.
Why not? Dig deeper. Letting ephemeral inspiration slip through your fingers is the death of creativity.
I said I won't linger on it. Don't rush me.
Whatever. How uninspiring.
Good for you, Don. Good for you. Guys, now's not the time to bicker. Ryoshu and Don's words were indeed unnerving, but we'd have plenty of time to discuss that once we return to the bus. If we can return in one piece. Shi Yahuya. You're still here? What the... Dude, are we in a Pokemon episode with Ricardo being freaking sent into outer space and you constantly showing up with your guard? I'll be frank, that was impressive. I thought for sure you'd have been long swept away by now. She must have been waiting somewhere nearby to watch us die, because it did not take long for him to reappear before us. Perhaps they agreed upon a new deal while we were fending off the waves of sweepers. The Mao branch and Zilu were both approaching us in an intimidating gait that contrasted with their earlier passivity. Dang it. Executive Manager, we've had too many high-risk, high-fatigue battles in succession. That's true. Actually, come to think of it, we had to fight off the Mao branch. We fought Zilu, we fought the middle, and we fought sweepers. I hate to offer such disloyal advice, but it may be wise we avoid this battle at all costs.
That don't seem like an option to me.
I look around. Most of the sinners were either dead, trampled and chopped to small, unrecognizable pieces. They were holding on. They were barely holding on at best. I can bring them back. I always do. But when they've completely surrounded us, I don't know if I can bring them back in time to protect me. They might just cut the sinners down as soon as I get back up. Well, this was well within my predictions. Aha, I can simply finish off anyone that hasn't been swept away. Now, a stage is set for my ascension. For the next 10 minutes, no sweepers, let alone anyone, is coming here. You know why? Because who in their right mind would leave their homes when the night in the Backstreets is still ongoing? And looks like even that annoying idiot from the middle's been taken care of too. Somehow. How much of this was your plan? How much, you ask? The whole thing, of course. All the way back to the construction site that blocked your path. The one who deceived that unscrupulous fool of your company. It was me. The one who put that pitiful King Tao, who didn't even have a family name, with you. It was me. The one who contracted the Triox office to challenge you to a duel. It was me. God dang. Need a breath after that one. And guess who it was that relayed your real-time location to all kinds of forces in the district? Yes, it was me. And this trashy launching without a presidential permit. All devised by none other than yours truly, using Q Corp's technology.
I see.
Ah,
Oh, it's so good. It was so good, wasn't it? What a perfect strategy. Did he, like, slap his knee? What did you think? Aren't I great? Aren't I so utterly clever? Oh, this is exactly why I deserve to be the next family hierarch.
A folly to speak those words.
An unfamiliar voice echoed from the dark. There was neither animosity nor hostility, only utter serenity and nothing else. The speaker approached us, walking under the narrow ray of moonlight that shone between the shifted buildings. In his hand was a decapitated head illuminated by the pale light. Oh, King Tao's dead. Probably for the best. Blood dribbles from the severed neck, and the wide-open eyes remain frozen in its final moments, filled with utter terror. He walks toward us, in step with the drip, drip of the blood.
It can't be. Gia. Kiyu. I knew Yahuwah was working for someone. It was him.
Why do you have King Tao's head?
I have brought back the wayward pet to his master, that it may once again be leashed.
There is a serpent, my lord.
Leave it. We needn't shoo it away.
What? You alone the high shoe pack so that you may simply get in their way. No more. I see. Was there a sudden change of heart once you held the leash in your hands? That to return to the Shi family's side would be to your benefit? No, you knew everything all along? What, must I ask, is everything to you? Your vision is too limited for my lord's wisdom to comprehend. The wise fails to peer through the narrow-sighted eyes of the fool. But if by everything you refer to how you feigned abandonment from the Shi family to secure my lord's trust, indeed, it could be said that we
do know everything.
Don't kill me! Please don't kill me! I'll share with you my most guarded secrets. The Shi family in, right, the 10 Blades of the East. The thumb...
But Yua could speak no more. For a serpentine blade struck from the Umbra and separated his head from his torso with ease.
Little Yahuwah, have I not warned you time and again to guard your tongue against the creeping desperation?
I believe we have gathered the intelligence we hope to collect, my lord.
You needn't pursue the serpent Zilu.
His voice boomed as he commanded those who appeared to be his officers. The tall, built man took a ponderous step from the shadows and stood before us. With an enigmatic expression, he wordlessly looked at Yahuwah's decapitated head, now lying at the ground, then at us. It was as though he was gazing upon the clouds or blades of grass. Is that a hint? Because we know someone else who was doing that.
I shall take them with me.
He picked up Yahuwah's decapitated head before gesturing at his officer with a nod.
Ah, here it is, my lord. Wrap their heads with stasis wraps, and decomposition won't set in any time soon.
And with those bandages, he begins to wrap them up in a practiced motion. He does not pay us any heed, as though we weren't even worth the attention.
Return to me once you are finished here.
Yes, my lord.
Hold on. You can't just show up out of nowhere and...
He did not reply, his eyes gazing, yet reflecting nothing but hollow emptiness. And just as he had emerged from the darkness, he vanished into the shadows, carrying 2 decapitated heads. Damage done. Yeah, I kind of figures it was Rodion. Rodion, Otis, Don, Ryoshu, Yisong, and then Faust. Well, he certainly knows how to make an entrance. Things weren't looking any better. I could instinctively tell that they were different from anyone or anything we'd faced in Hongwan so far.
I don't suppose our lord left them alive for us to slay them. Then perhaps it would be apt that I introduce myself, as it is common courtesy to do so. They call me Zigong. I am but a humble student of my lord, Master Kiyu's teachings.
My lord, Master Kiyu. Somehow I was reminded of the discussion King Tao refused to finish.
The song.
Name's Dante. I'm their manager. I decided to speak up, struggling through the pressure. I instinctively knew that we had to find out as much as I could about that man from earlier.
They introduced themselves as Manager Dante. I see. Your candidness is appreciated. Zilu, withdraw the Mao. It seems that we need not contend with them at the moment. Very well.
It seemed that they had the very same thought about us.
Now, is that sufficient proof of our intent to engage in a brief discourse? To discuss some matters with you, to mark a courtly ending to this encounter should be of benefit to us for the prospects of our future. So, ask away, as they say.
So,
That's when Gia stepped forward, after having retreated from the domineering presence.
so that's what those suspicious songs I heard in the Backstreets are about. It's about you guys, wasn't it? So, are those lyrics true?
Haha, so that is what you wish to know. Chi-Chun of the Gia family. It is said that you possess talent in rhetoric, yet walk a path beclouded by concern and anxiety.
Truly, your insignificance preludes your part in greatness.
Wait, don't speak for me. I would have been the first to say anything if I thought she was wrong.
Yes, my lady.
Yahuwah,
I don't know if I'm saying that right.
you're the one who sent him after us, right?
Close, yet not exact. He was an agent of the Shi family, sent to spy on my lord's doings. We had bestowed him control of a Haishu pack, for we had found his conduct shallow, and saw means of learning more of the Shi family's machinations. Yet it seems that, once granted power, the boy mistook himself for a man, with the wherewithal to represent the Shi family,
So you used him.
just as he sought to use us. Though he was quite shallow in his strategy compared to our own.
So,
Oh, sorry, I hit the mic.
what now? I don't think you're looking to kill us, right?
Now nothing. Do whatever it was that you had sought to accomplish here.
You're letting two of your master's rivals go? Just like that?
What a strange thing to say. Look around as I might, I fail to see any rivals here.
Then... Why did you order Yahuwah to attack us? You said it yourself, we're not even your rivals.
The manager inquires why you commanded to carry out this assault against Limbus Company. They fear, yet they seek to gain understanding through that fear. Yet they remain wanting in a certain perspicacity. My lord has always said that if one learns not from a plight, then no discourse with them shall bear fruit.
Instead of giving me a straight answer, Zigong left me with only a puzzling comment before she brushed past us.
I have given you courtesy enough. This is a good time for us to depart. Now, do stay nicely within your borders, as you have remained there thus far. I would greatly despise an odd splash of ink marring the great painting.
With that, Zigong walked into the shadows cast beneath the forest of buildings. Zilu and the countless Haishu that had surrounded us also disappeared with them. Finally.
Ah,
I looked around just in time to see Otis collapse, while the rest of the sinners lay dead or barely clinging to life. And there was Gia, who had collapsed to the floor as well, and Wei, who was tending to her wounds. And me, who somehow survived through all that without getting decapitated. And the night that put us through multiple brushes with death came to an end. The day breaks. Oh my god, please give my voice a rest! Ah!
yeah, that's pretty much everything that's happened.
At Big Brother Q, I see.
Once the day broke, we decided to take a quick walk outside to recover a little from the exhaustion of the night. It was also to decide our course of action from here on, and we also had to decide if we wanted to travel with Gia, with whom we shared our destination.
Hello? Did you forget how to make a concerned face or something? How are you maintaining that irritating poker face through the whole conversation?
Of course not.
Ugh. Classic Gia family secrecy, huh? Always hiding something. And I bet you are too. If you are, you better spit it out now. I don't have the time to casually stroll about with my to-be enemy.
Chichun, as I have always said, the seat of the family hierarchy is of no...
Fine. Even if you're lying, I do know that you haven't prepared anything for your assignment anyway. Changing the subject.
Ooh, yeah, middle of the line Tifrith voice for Gia?
Not a good idea.
Gia, who was chatting with Hong Lu, methodically slowed down enough to walk right next to me, as though she was executing steps of a plan.
You lead my brother's faction, don't you? About what I wanted to talk to you about earlier.
I guess I do. For now, I guess. Earlier? Oh, is this about our conversation back at the Kazan?
Brother, translations, please.
Of course. Dante is unquestionably our manager.
Great. Let me make a proposal then. Become my faction for the duration of the family hierarchy evaluations. Help me out.
What? It's, can we do that? Can we do that?
Why not? You guys managed to stall even the sweepers. That means you commanded a formidable force. Besides, you're headed to the family mansion anyway, aren't you? You just don't know what to do once you get there. And as for competition, well, my brother doesn't really care doesn't care about the whole thing anyway. So why don't you join me? Help me become the family hierarch. I'm not like our other older siblings. I always pay my debts, whether that's for a favor or for a grudge.
Gia, stop talking, please.
If you can't trust me, I'm happy to make a written...
Can we do that, Faust? Faust deems Gia Chichun's plan, her explanation of it at least, rather flawless. Having such an ally at the apex of a wing will be a great boon to Limbus Company as well. I guess so. Then I don't see any reason to refuse her offer. Hong Lu, who's been listening in on our conversation, boiled the discussion down to a clearer explanation and relayed it to Gia.
Perfect. It is said that the formation of such alliances should come with a great banquet to mark the occasion and to cement the upcoming coalition. The banquet's on me. Once we get closer to the central zone, let's find a nice Kazan to discuss our future ventures together.
Oh, God.
You're Dante, right? Let's make this thing work.
Let's. I was still bewildered by the turn of events, but Gia reached out for a handshake with such earnestness that I found myself almost drawn to shake her hand in return. Now that I think about it, this is the first time we ever made ourselves an ally that wasn't specifically selected by the company, huh? Well, if that's the case, I really hope we can have at least one ally who doesn't meet a terrible end. Me too, because I actually really like Gia so far. Even with her ups and downs, I'm kind of digging her. After the banquet, we walked out of the Kazan to find the Mephistopheles waiting for us in the middle of the road.
Wow, man, I never really thought about it, but now that it's just standing like this in the middle of the street, it really stands out, doesn't it?
Is this your usual ride?
Oh, please, just go away!
Glad to see that you're all safe. Solda. And Pilot walked out from inside the bus.
Uh-huh. So, did you guys take care of the business?
I have some more pressing things to talk about. Listen well. Do you have any idea how much trouble your subordinates' little connection?
Yes, Miss Faust already gave me a report. Pilot.
Oh boy. Yes, ma'am.
By the way he's awkwardly stepping forward, he probably already got a heck of a talking to from Solda.
Real mighty sorry about that, y'all. I've only ever been a part of eradication missions and ever in this espionage business, so...
Pilot, what did I say about mixing excuses into an apology?
Forget what I said. Real mighty sorry, for real. This Kingtao guy approached me and sweet-talked me into going along with the plan of his. So I got too cocky, assuming that I knew better than my seniors.
I'm sorry, too. I forgot that he's still a new guy in the business. Of course he'd be prone to making these mistakes. Looks like we'll both be writing letters to explain our failure together, huh?
You're both getting disciplined for this?
The disciplinary action is unlikely to be anything of significance. The LCB team came out unscathed, all things considered. However, it is likely that they may have to work for half a year without pay.
Well, I'll just use some T-Corp hours. There you go.
I'd consider it a win if all we're getting is docked pay.
Next time, I do promise. Next time, I'm gonna get real good at this job. I'm gonna become so organized and provide good assistance to y'all.
Of course, pilot. You really should. In fact, you will have no choice but to become a contributing member of the team when I'm done with you. Let's really get to it, huh? No one's dying or getting fired under my watch as long as I'm their manager. I'll make sure of that.
Yeah.
All right. Almost forgot to tell you, Sada. It's real important business stuff. Going forward, we're gonna... Oh yeah, I was just gonna bring that up sooner or later. We just got the orders from the LCA.
Soda produced a small device from her pockets and began reading from it.
Please, I need hand. Play in my voice. Oh my god, please. Nothing some water won't fix.
Upon arrival at the central zone of H-Corp, the LCB will participate in the family hierarchy evaluation with a candidate.
We were gonna do that anyway. Now, this bus team faction's gonna be my...
The LCB will present the following sinner as their chosen candidate. Sinner number 6, Hong Lu.
What?
What? You can't do that! What the... You. All of you! I'm gonna make you drop everything you just ate, you...
Alright, I think Gia has become my favorite side character.
Alright, I really like her. Alright. Fair enough.
I really like her.
Good thing I know she probably doesn't die, considering there's an event about her.
Again, potential now, then again, right? I've been bamboozled like this in the past. Just because she has an event about her does not mean that she's still alive. Unfortunately, we don't have a guarantee in the matter. At least if you're following along with me. We can assume that she survives. But do we know that? No, it's Project Moon. As far as we know, it's another Dante is going crazy moment or frickin' different universe or something. Whatever. Either way, thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed. And in the next one, we are going to go after the surrendered witnessing. Oh boy. Oh boy. So, there's one thing I'm gonna reveal now. And that's, I promised that we were gonna use a certain identity. And I intend to do just that. So, expect to see this identity in every mission that we're allowed to use Hong Lu. But with that, thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.